you some exotic food. There's a bar in far Bombay. Come on and fly with me. Let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come on, fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear all the angels cheer because we're together. Weatherwise, it's such a lonely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It is perfect for a flying honeymoon. They say, come fly with me, let's fly away. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so very near. You might even hear a whole gang of cheers just because we're together. Weatherwise, it's such a cuckoo day. You just say those words and we'll take our birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's so perfect for a flying honeymoon. Oh, babe, come fly with me. Let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away. Like a small bag.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for being here today. I'd also like to extend a welcome to those who've joined us online for today's service. We're all here today to pay our respects and celebrate the life of Glenys Kirkwood. She has impeccable timing. It was actually her 62nd anniversary of her wedding to Graham on Sunday the 3rd of August, and her 83rd birthday would have been on Tuesday the 5th of August. So like any good celebrations, we wait till the end of the week to celebrate, so welcome here to celebrate the life of Glenys Kirkwood. Before we continue, for those of you who don't know, the song that you just heard, Come Fly With Me by Frank Sinatra, holds a special significance for Glenys. This was the introduction song that she and her fellow announcer, Jim Cleary, played every Thursday night when they hosted their beloved jazz session on the 4YOU community radio station. It's a fitting tribute to a woman who brought joy, music and warmth to so many lives. Glenys leaves behind a large, loving family, the Kirkwood family, who kindly have asked me to speak today on their behalf to honour her. My name is Jacob Goads. I've only come recently to know Glenys in the last few years during her time working with the esteemed Sequin sisters who work closely with us in the musical theatre community in Rockhampton. During that time, Glenys asked me one year to be the MC for Relay for Life, which I absolutely said yes, sounds like an absolute hoot, haven't done it since high school, and through that I've met so many wonderful people, including the rest of the Kirkwood family, and have become quite close to Glenys working on the Relay for Life committee during that time as well. So it's a great honour to be asked by the Kirkwood family to be here leading today's ceremony. As we all know, Glenys was the MC of all MCs, so I'm sure she's up there taking notes for me. We are here today to honour and remember Glenys, who touched so many lives with her remarkable care and genuine generosity. In this difficult time, each of us will be experiencing our own form of grief. Please know that we are here not only in sorrow, but also in celebration, to share memories and find comfort in each other's presence. I would now like to share a brief overview of Glenys's life. For many here who only knew a part of her story, the Kirkwoods have prepared a eulogy, which I will now read. Many lives were changed forever on the 5th of August 1942, when in Melbourne, Reg and Mavis McPherson welcomed their second little girl, Glenys, into the world. Her big sister Judith not only gained a playmate, but a lifelong best friend. Glenys was not quite 1 year old when her father Reg enlisted in the Air Force, leaving behind his young family to serve his country. When he returned a couple of years later, Glenys recalled the confusion of seeing her mum running down the hallway in tears and leaping into the arms of a strange man in uniform, who she later learned was her dad. At the age of 6, Glenys began attending Aberfeldy Primary School, where she met lifelong friends Wilma, Kay, and later Carol. Friendships that have spanned an incredible 77 years. She later attended Essendon High School and completed a receptionist course, which led her to her first real job at age 16. It was there that she met Don Hopkins, and through Don, his best mate, Graham Kirkwood. Two people who would change the course of her life forever. In 1963, Glenys married Graham in the McPherson family home on the morning of their 21st birthday. Guests arrived expecting an engagement announcement, and instead found Glenys proudly showing off 2 rings. Their first home was in Joan Crescent, East Burwood. Over the years they created a beautiful family. First Lindy, then Ken and his twin brother Richard, who tragically lived only a short time, followed by Tony and then Samantha. Even with a young family, Glenys dived into community life. She was always the ideas person, raising funds for the local kindergarten, forming a babysitting club, working with charities and even managing a wedding function room at Karenya Lodge. It was there that she developed her skills as an MC, a talent that would serve her for decades to come. One of her many charity involvements that led to Glenys winning a Miss Personality contest, which was the prize, pretty impressive, a trip to Magnetic Island. That trip sparked something, and in 1982, the family made the bold decision to leave behind their life in East Burwood and move to Rockhampton, central Queensland. It meant saying goodbye to many dear lifelong friends and neighbours. The Hopkins, Munros, Hardings, Clacker, Huey the Goose, Turnbulls, Bales, Turnleys, the Coopers, and so many more. In Rockhampton, Glenys and Graham launched into a series of family-run businesses. A convenience store on Rockonia Road, a bread vending business, and later, Glenys became the store manager at Spotlight after initially applying for a part-time job. In her 50s, Glenys joined Central Queensland University, where she dedicated herself to the number of roles there. Her love of storytelling led her to the Down Memory Lane project, where she interviewed and documented the lives of many locals. Her work was turned into 3 books, sold on CDs and broadcast on radio for YOU, where Glenys also volunteered as an announcer, forming close friendships with Jim Cleary, Merle Cole, and others. She served as president and committee member of 4YOU, Rocky Flicks, and the Queensland Cancer Council, and was a long-time MC for Relay for Life, a cause made even more meaningful after Graham's prostate cancer diagnosis in 2007. At the age of 82, when many would have slowed down, Glenys put her Queensland life on hold to head south to care for her sister Judith. She then single-handedly moved Judith to Rockhampton and became her full-time carer. Glenys had a deep love for English and writing, and is probably listening now, quietly correcting this eulogy for grammar and spelling. No Kirkwood child or grandchild passed a school grade or uni subject without her input. She often joked that she could earn a nursing degree with all the papers that she helped write. Her love of the theatre and storytelling was passed down to her children and grandchildren through animated readings, puppet making, countless trips to the Pilbeam Theatre. She was in her element backstage at her grandson's theatre productions and was over the moon to be invited into the prestigious Sequin Sisters, even though she always worried they'd discover that she couldn't sew a stitch. Her family was her greatest pride and joy. She supported each and every one of them fiercely and celebrated all of their achievements, big or small. Her legacy lives on in the love, strength, and values that she passed down to them all. Glenys's life was jam-packed, fast-paced, and full of colour, and it was made all the more beautiful by the many people that she encountered along the way. I imagine that she'd be humbled and surprised by how many people cared for her, some of which are here today to celebrate her, both online and in person. She was one of those rare people that you're lucky to meet in life, truly one of a kind. She had a big, beautiful heart that she shared with so many. Most of us knew that being on time wasn't exactly Glenys's strong suit, but today, finally, she's right on time. Rest easy, Mum, Nana, Glenys. You gave us your all, and we are better for it. I'd now like to invite others up to the podium to share their personal memories of Glenys. First of all, I'd like to welcome Regan and Tamsin from CQ University.
On behalf of CQ University, the Vice Chancellor and President, Professor Ms. Comp, extends his deepest sympathies to Glenys's family, friends and loved ones. It is with great sadness that the CQ University acknowledges the passing of Glenys, a long-time friend, advocate and former staff member of the University, and a deeply respected member of the Rockhampton community.
Glenys first joined the university in 2001, serving for 9 years as a community relations coordinator. In this role, she worked tirelessly to promote the university and strengthen its connections with the Rockhampton community. Work she carried out with warmth, energy and an unwavering commitment. She was passionate about people, about stories, and about building bridges between the university and the regions we serve. And following her retirement from formal duties, Glenys remained closely involved with CQ University, serving 6 years as a valued member of the Human Research Ethics Committee, where she provided thoughtful and considered guidance on research projects. In 2014, she returned briefly in a communications role, helping to tell the stories of our donors and community partners, always with the same care, curiosity, and personal touch that defined her approach to everything that she did. Even after her formal roles concluded, Glenys never really left us. She remained a loyal supporter, generous donor, and enthusiastic advocate of the university, always championing our role in the region that she loved so dearly.
Glenys's legacy is and will remain very much alive at CQ University. In the connections she nurtured, the stories she helped preserve, and the people and projects she championed. She leaves a lasting mark on our institution and on the broader Rockhampton community. Glenys was, quite simply, a true community champion and a cherished friend of CQ University. Glenys, you will be deeply missed and long remembered. I've just got something that I've put together, something short. Who in their lives comes across a heart that isn't family by blood, but family by pure love? A heart that was easily excited about what you didn't do well, so she could be your biggest fan, cheer you on to be greater than you could ever. You can imagine yourself. And a heart that loves graciously pouring her energy into celebrating every part of your life and extensions of you, because she can see a beauty in your life that you can't or couldn't see at the time. Who has? I have. Along with many others, I'd say easily hundreds, who were lucky to have met Glenys at work at a social event, while travelling, at her family sporting games, in her neighbourhood, through mutual friends, or on chance meetings when you least expected a warm smile. Glenys has touched our lives with grace and love, and we will never forget how strong and beautiful her presence has been in our lives. At times, a pillar of strength that encouraged us to trust with an open mind, and more often with open arms. Dear Tony, Lindy, and Sam, and families, thank you for sharing your mother, your sister, your nana, and your great nana, your best friend, your with the world, for giving her time to give to us, for allowing her heart to help soothe and speak purpose into our lives, for giving her pure joy so she could show us and remind us what it feels and looks like. Our dear friend, our mentor, our life coach, our earth angel, and our very own legend. Thank you to the entire Kirkwood family from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you, Ruben and Tamsin. Roxanne, Potter, got to invite you up.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear okay? I'm a bit deaf, so I'm struggling a little bit with my phone. I'm going to start by stating the obvious, and that is that this just sucks. I was definitely planning on another 15 or 20 years with Glenys, and I know that all of you were as well. Today I'm honoured to share with you the impact that Glenys Kirkwood had on my life. My name's Roxanne, and Glenys was my first real boss. The year was 1993, and she was the manager at Spotlight when it opened at East Street, as you just heard from Jacob before. She set the store up for success, and I'm sure that that store still experiences success today. I was one of the lucky juniors that she employed and mentored during her time with the company. Glenys wasn't just a familiar face and voice to many in Rockhampton. She was one of those rare people who made you feel like you truly mattered, no matter your age or stage in life. She didn't just teach me the ropes of retail, she taught me what it meant to be part of a respectful, kind and hard-working team. She showed me how to contribute meaningfully to a workplace, how to take pride in my role, and that it was okay, even necessary, to make mistakes and learn from them. I couldn't have asked for a better introduction to the working world. Back then, we used to stock take by hand, long hours into the night, where we would count every reel of thread, every metre of curtain fabric, every packet of beads, every piece of lace. And we did it with a smile on our face and a laugh in our hearts. I love that place, I love that job, I love those people. In hindsight, it was Glenys's leadership that created that environment that made us all enjoy and love our Spotlight days. After Spotlight, our lives continued to cross. My dad was at the university, and she actually interviewed my family as people who are 3 generations of family members who'd gone to the university, and now it's 4. And then in 2002, I went to work for the Queensland Cancer Fund, as it was called at the time. And in fact, 2003, they had their first Relay for Life. Glenys was there, contributing to community as she always did. That famous quote, "Those who say it cannot be done should not get in the way of those doing it," was so true for Glenys. In all that she did, for all of the causes that she supported, Glenys helped make things happen. Throughout my adult life, we stayed in touch. journeyed with each other through life's ups and downs, and always stopped for a warm hug and a chat as we saw each other. I feel like it was 5 minutes ago, but in 2018, Glenys invited my daughter Matilda to join her for Christmas grabbing at Stockies to help raise money for the Cancer Council. It meant a lot to me to see Glenys patiently teaching my daughter important life skills just as she taught me important life skills. It was a full circle moment, a Glenys legacy that I hold in my heart. But of course, Glenys wasn't just a beloved mentor to me. She was a vibrant part of our community you can see today. Through her work fundraising, theatre work, U3A, community radio, she touched so many lives. I remember when you interviewed me at YOU when I was working for Breastscreen and tried to convince me to join her on air as a presenter. That was Glenys, always lifting people up, always seeing their potential, always encouraging them to do something new or go. There are countless people like me who are lucky enough to even share a small part of Glenys's life, and we've all been changed for the better by Glenys's generosity, warmth and kindness. Glenys, thank you for everything. For the early lessons, the late night laughs, the words of encouragement, and the love you shared. You will be missed by me. You will be missed by me. Oh, and there's my Matilda. Except she's big and bossy now.
Thank you, Roxanne. I'd like to invite Sue Earle to come and speak on behalf of the Sequin Sisters.
Today the Sequin sisters and brothers gather with heavy hearts to celebrate the life of their beloved friend, Glenys. A shining thread in the fabric of their theatre family, Glenys was kind, wise, funny and full of grace. Whether she was backstage wrangling props, stitching a costume, or simply offering a knowing smile, Glenys gave her all. She was a Sequin sister, not just for her love of sparkle and creativity, but because of the way she quietly lifted everyone around her. She brought calm to chaos, laughter to long nights, and comfort to those who needed it. More than a costumer and a props wizard, Glenys was a friend, a mentor, a pillar to all of us. Her pride in her family was something she wore like a badge of honour. She cheered for all of us, but she cheered the loudest for those that she loved. We will miss Glenys deeply. Her laughter, her wisdom, her presence. So today, and every show day to come, we honour Glenys. We wear our theatre blacks with pride, just as we know Glenys did. No doubt, we'll find a piece of sequin material, a piece of ribbon, or a prop she once held, and we'll remember her with love. Thank you, Glenys, for your kindness, for your sparkle, for being ours. You will always be part of that story. You are forever a Sequin sister. Rest peacefully, Glenys.
Thank you, Sue. I'd like to invite Ben Hopkins.
I'm privileged to read a few stories and recollections on behalf of John and Barry Hopkins, my mum and dad. Happily, most of them are kind of funny, so now a lot of these go back to pre-Rockhampton days, so I'll start off with just a few words from my dad, John. I first met Glenys at ICI ANZ Plastics Research and Development Laboratory in Ascot Vale. I was 20 years old. She was a good-looking 16-year-old office receptionist, and I was a budding trainee chemist fresh out of second year college at RMIT. We got on particularly well at work. We played squash together a couple of times a week. She was the one always telling my mum little white lies whenever mum phoned ICI to see whether I'd actually arrived at work or not. Of course, on the odd occasion I hadn't, and I would be off with Grill, Graham, in his beautiful MK4 Jag, on the odd cold wintry day, sitting over a few beers in front of an open fireplace in some country pub, typically the Lansfield pub or the Pine Grove Hotel in the Downtown. Sure being work at the time. Anyway, Glenys had a girlfriend, Wilma, and they wanted to go to a concert by Dave Brubeck at Festival Hall. They had 4 tickets, so I was asked to provide a friend to make it a 40, just like a blind name. Hence the meeting together of Graham and Glenys and John and Wilma. Now, Wilma and Don only lasted a couple of months, but Graham and Glenys quickly became inseparable. Glenys also became the occasional companion on some of our trips to the country pubs, and before long I had to move over, so Glenys became companion number 1 to Graham. We had some great times together. Then came marriage and family, but that's another story. So some reminiscences from marriage. I met Don on my way to England, and we got engaged there and returned to Melbourne late in 1966, where I met Glenys and Graham. We were well and truly married by then, and we lived in the tent. Now, I was terrified at the thought of being with Glenys, because as I said to my mother, if she doesn't like me, he won't marry me. I kept making excuses until there were none left. We met, and the rest is history. Glenys became not only my dearest friend, but an integral part of my life. And my children's lives for the next 58 years. In the early days, neither of us had parents-in-laws who could look after our kids while we went out at night, so we started a babysitting club. We ended up with about 20 members, no money changed hands, but there were rules and we were all able to go out at night knowing our kids were in safe hands. That was, together with so many initiatives, totally Glenys's invention. We followed my brother who came to the beach one Christmas, loved it. Every Christmas, and then until the kids were grown, we drove a Tangular, we put up our tents next to each other, and we had a ball. There was a church-funded group who looked after all the kids in the caravan park while the parents had a break, and every year they had a fancy dress party. There's some common things coming through here, where the parents used their imagination to dress their kids. Every year we won, because Glenys had the most amazing imagination. It never cost a penny, we used everything that was in our tents. One year, Glenys talked to Susie, my sister, into going as a dustbin. Susie coped with it until Glenys stuck fish bones and fish heads sticking out of the top of the bin under Susie's nose. But she won again. I remember one holiday when we all took our kids to the top pub in Cambula for a Saturday night. The owner of the pub, Mary, came out apologising to all the customers that the cook had had too much to drink, so there'd be no hot food that night. Glenys, being Glenys, decided that no, we had taken our kids out for dinner and that's what we were going to do. So she should go to the kitchen, did the cooking with me as her sidekick, and we fed the pub that night. Needless to say, we didn't pay for our meals. At that stage, Glenys was managing a function centre in Blackburn South, Coringa Lodge. And when I say managing it, she was running the whole place. And during this time, we had a new addition to our family. My sister had returned from France with her husband Didier, who at that time didn't speak a word of English, and of course couldn't get a job. So the chef at Coringa spoke fluent French, and Glenys convinced him to take Didier on as a trainee cook. Didier fell in love with Glenys and never forgot what she did for him. In those early days, with 6 kids between us and not a lot of money, we had a great many Saturday nights where we take us and our kids to the Kirkwoods. To have dinner, we put the kids together and we'd all play cards. The usual game was either 500 or solo, but for Glenys and me the best part was the chicken. we arranged the cards on the table. They could never figure out how we kept on winning. And on many an occasion, John and I would drive home around 4 or 5 in the morning waiting for them on our way. Glenys decided that we needed to raise money for various local charities, physically and intellectually disabled kids in those days. Back then, there was a Miss Australia competition, and part of their role as competitors, the young girls had to raise money, so Glenys decided to enter one of our students. We raised a heap of money. I can't remember the exact details, but boy, we worked hard to raise as much as we could, and we had a lot of fun doing it. Glenys was given an award for this, because in those days it was a real game changer to bring a young intellectually handicapped girl into the mix. So then Glenys decided that we should enter the Mrs. Victoria competition with her as the infant, me as her bridesmaid, again raising a bucket load of money for the census. I remember she had an appointment to meet with a judging panel over the other side of town, and she'd heard that we were pretty tired. So I was given that task. As the family knows, I have absolutely no sense of direction. Glenys was busy memorising her notes when we realised that we were parked out front of Pentridge Prison. We knew we were lost. She was 45 minutes late for the meeting, but it didn't matter, and she won. Her prize, as you've heard, was a holiday for 2 to Magnetic Island, which is where she and Graham went, and they went on to Rockhampton. And at that time, Graham, being disillusioned with his job, wanted to start his own business, and that brought on the Rockhampton trip. They had been gone 6 months when we, John and I, and the kids went up to visit them in school holidays, and I realised that my life was empty without Glenys. So we bought the corner store in Frenchville and came home, sold our house and moved to Rocky, as you do when you miss your best mate. When we retired, we took our caravans and set off on our big adventure, us in our Subaru, Glenys and Graham in Valerie to Valley. No air conditioning, Glenys had to wrap wet towels around her neck to keep cool. They were the most popular side on the road. When we were in Broome, Glenys had to dress up and wear a hat while they led a parade full of old cars. We spent many months on the road, and we followed that trip with another when we took just one caravan across the ferry to Tasmania, where we spent 3 weeks touring there. So many stories. My life was made so much richer with you in it, Glenys. Your kids became mine and mine yours. You gave me so much, and I miss you every day. Go big fully and go with love and friends.
I'm going to now share some memories on behalf of Denise Clark. One time I remember Glenys trying to impress some dinner guests in Joan Crescent, so she decided to wear some fake false eyelashes, which was all going well until she went to take the dinner out of the oven and the eyelashes promptly melted. There were around 48 kids in Joan Crescent back then, and the closest kindergarten was all the way over in Blackburn South, held in an old hall. A few of us, along with the Davidsons and the Martins, decided to form a committee and approach the council for land to build a proper kindergarten. And so began the planning, fundraising, and everything that goes in between to give our kids a decent start. Jeff Davidson, Graham Martin, and Glenys led the charge. They had the business know-how to make it happen. I think Graham also had some input from a council perspective. Enid Harding and I ran the Mothers Committee, and together we organised fetes, fun nights, and all sorts of events. One of the most memorable was the famous hanging Glenys organised with some hanging, the famous hanging Glenys organised with some Maori friends at her boss's farm up in the hills. I remember Graham heading up at 5 a.m. to help start the fire in the pit. All the food was wrapped in banana leaves, but come time to serve, not a thing was cooked. We had about 50 people, no dinner, hungry mums and kids, and a bunch of very tipsy dads. But we survived. Our fetes were always a huge success. Glenys painted Hessian potato and onion bags, Enid and the rest of us did baking, sewing, knitting. We spent so many happy hours working together on things to sell. I think we carried that same spirit on into Burwood Heights Primary. The friendships we shared during those years have been such a special gift and continue even now. May Glenys rest in eternal peace, reunited with her beloved Graham. I hope this gives you a glimpse into your mum's amazing life. With love to you all, Denise. We would like to open the floor to anyone else who wishes to say a few words in honour of Glenys. If you'd like to come up. She is Gone by David Harkins. You can shed tears that she is gone, or you can smile because she has lived. You can close your eyes and pray that she will come back, or you can open your eyes and see all that she has left. Your heart can be empty because you can't see her, or you can be full of the love that you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live yesterday, or you can be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember her and only that she is gone, or you can cherish her memory and let it live on. You can cry and close your mind, be empty and turn your back, or you can do what she would want. Smile, open your eyes, love, and go on. In a moment, please join us for a moment of reflection. Each of us holds personal memories for Glenys, some shared, others deeply personal. Our musical tribute is by an artist that Glenys held dear. Is there any guesses as to who that musical artist might be? No shout-outs, no? The one and only Johnny Farnham, of course. As many of you know, Glenys was a huge fan and even met him while managing the Carinya Lodge reception in Melbourne. At the time, John had just joined the Lions Club. As part of his initiation, he had to let someone do anything they wanted. When asked, Glenys, without hesitation, said she wanted to pat his hair, much to everyone's amusement. Please take this moment to reflect, to pray if you are inclined, or to simply hold Glenys in your thoughts and heart. During this song, the grandchildren and family are invited to come forward and remember their beloved Nana and Mum by sprinkling some rose petals as part of this farewell. We kindly ask that you respect this as a private moment for any members of the Kirkwood family who would like to participate. As our service draws to a close, we now prepare to say our final farewell. If you are able, please stand. Glenys, your life we honour, your departure we accept, your memory we cherish. Though there is sorrow, we are grateful for your life. Rest now, Glenys, in peace and in love. With respect and with love, we bid you a fond farewell. Thank you. Please be seated. When someone who played a unique part in our lives passes, grief can be overwhelming, but grief is also a reflection of love, and love endures. Please take care of yourselves and each other and continue to talk about Glenys. Sharing memories keeps her alive in our hearts. The Kirkwood family would like to sincerely thank you for attending today and for the kind words and support that you've offered. In lieu of flowers, the family invites donations to Cancer Council's Relay for Life in honour of Glenys's memory. A QR code and link can be found in the last page of your booklets. After the service, the family warmly invites you to stay and join them for light refreshments here at the chapel, where we continue to honour Glenys's memory and share stories of her remarkable life. Our funeral director, Tony Hart, will now guide the grandchildren and family outside the chapel. You are warmly invited to remain and watch as Glenys begins her final journey to her resting place, where she will be reunited with Graham. We kindly ask that you respect this as a private moment for any members of the Kirkwood family who wish to participate. Thank you all for coming.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Close to the ones here today, close to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever and everything would stay the same. Now my heart feels like December. When somebody say your name, 'cause I can't pretend to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody loves sometime and everybody loves someday. Yeah. But everything will be alright. Go with the voice and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. All the memories of everything we've been through. Close to the ones here today. Close to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. Time that I remember, and I never felt so lost. When I felt all that hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feels like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, that you know I'll never drop. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometime, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. But everything will be alright. Go on, raise your voice and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the dreams back those memories of everything we've been through. Close to the ones here today. Close to the ones that we lost on the way, 'cause the dreams bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you.